God planned for His Son to be crucified and for hell to be terrible so that we would have the clearest witnesses possible to what is at stake when we preach. What gives preaching its seriousness is that the mantle of preaching is soaked in the blood of Jesus and singed with the fire of hell. Are you wearing that mantle? It's the mantle that turns talkers into preachers. Yet tragically, some of the most prominent so-called evangelical voices today diminish the horror of the cross and the horror of hell. The cross being stripped of its power to bear the punishment that is coming, and hell demythologized into self-dehumanization and social miseries in the world. Oh, that God would raise a generation, many generations, who would see that the world is not overrun with a sense of God's seriousness. There is no excess. Earnestness comes these days rare. Heaven, hell, God, sin, salvation, that's our life, and it doesn't get any weightier than that. And therefore today, the joy of millions of Christians is paper thin. By the millions, people, including pastors, are amusing themselves to death with DVDs and 107-inch TV screens and games on their cell phones and slapstick worship, while leaders of major world religion write letters to the West like this, quote, "The first thing we are calling you to is Islam. It is the religion of enjoining the good and forbidding the evil with hand and tongue and heart. It is the religion of jihad in the way of Allah, so that Allah's word and religion reign supreme." And then these spokesmen publicly, breathtakingly bless suicide bombers who blow up children in front of falafel shops and call it the way to paradise. And yet, incomprehensibly, in this Christ-diminishing, soul-destroying age, books, seminars, divinity schools, homiletics teachers are saying to young pastors, lighten up, get funny, do something amusing. To which I want to say, where is the Spirit of Jesus? If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For he who would save his life will lose it, and he who loses his life for my sake and the gospel's will save it. If you do not renounce all your possessions, you cannot be my disciple. If you do not hate your mother and your father, you cannot be my disciple. Let the dead bury their dead. Follow me. Become a slave of everybody Fear the one who can cast both soul and body into hell. Yes, I tell you, fear him. Some of you they're going to put to death. Don't be afraid. Not a hair of your head is going to perish on that block. Where is Christ? Lighten up, Jesus. Get funny. From my perspective, which feels very close to eternity these days, these counsels are insane. They're insane.